What were you the god of again? Hey guys, so I just saw Thor Ragnarok, and once again, this has been done by a different director named Taika Waititi, I believe that's how you say it. I had to think about this movie for a long time after I saw it because it is so different from the previous Thor movies. Like, not just because of what you've been hearing if you haven't seen the movie, because of like just that it's more like comedy related, more funny than the previous two movies. It's not just because of the tone of the movie. It is just it is so okay. Yeah, no, it is the tone. The tone of the movie is so different from the previous movies, and it took so long to think about this movie, but it was still really, really, really good. But basically, what I can say without spoiling anything is that Thor gets captured and he has to fight against the Hulk. And in this place, I won't say who captures him or anything, but in this place, the Hulk has already, sort of killed a bunch of people who have gone against him, and now Thor goes against him, and they sort of stop the fight, and Thor doesn't really win, but it just sort of stops. I won't say how or anything, but then Hela, who is this like goddess of death, is like planning to destroy Asgard, so Thor has to create a team to try to stop him. It's like he gets like Loki, and then he gets Valkyrie, there's the Hulk, and then this guy, man. Korg in this movie, I think, was my favorite character. He had like some of the best jokes in the movie. It really made me laugh. He was always he had this, he looks like this really huge guy when you first get introduced to him in this movie, but he has this like really high voice, and he seems really and then you kind of see him as this sort of smaller kind of guy, even though like he's pretty big, but like he has all the jokes, and he's always like acts really innocent when he's pretty intimidating. I really loved what they did with Hulk in this movie. He had a pretty prominent role in this movie, actually, and he was pretty important to the story. And it's really funny how the sort of banter between Hulk and Thor, and also when he's Bruce Banner and he's not Hulk anymore. It's also kind of funny. And Doctor Strange, he's not in the movie much. I'm gonna say he's barely in the movie, but in my opinion, he didn't really need to be in the movie. He didn't really do much, sort of other than some comedy he added to the movie. But I did actually find the comedy that he brought to the movie funny. He was really good with the comedy, but I felt like he was a bit unnecessary to the movie. But it's also like a small thing. The only other issue I have with the movie is not all the jokes landed. This movie is just filled with jokes because, as I said before, it's way more of a comedy than the previous two Thor movies. The jokes don't always land, but some of them really, really made me laugh. Some of the jokes were really funny and very creative, but a couple were not as funny as I would have thought them to be, or, they were sort of getting in the way of something that could have been a serious, dramatic moment. But, other than those two issues I have, this was a great movie. Seriously, I really enjoyed myself watching it. The action was really, really good. Even Valkyrie, she had such good acting in it as well. I loved all the acting in this movie. Of course, Thor once again is great. Hela is good in this movie. Cate Blanchett is good in this movie as Hela. But I don't know why. I feel like I expected more from her. I don't know why. It's just something, but there are just a couple small issues I have in there, but it doesn't really affect the movie as a whole much, which is why I can still say that Thor Ragnarok is a masterpiece. I also did really like the music in this movie. The score was actually pretty good. And another thing to mention is the character of the Grandmaster. He was really funny in this movie too. I definitely recommend seeing Thor Ragnarok. I did have a couple problems with it. As far as if you'd like me to rank the 3 Thor movies, I really can't. I don't know. All 3 of them, like the first 2 I already said I liked equally. And the third one is just so different, so it's really hard to compare it to the other 2 movies. But this is a great series. I love the trilogy of the Thor movies. I don't know if they're gonna come out with another one, but I really love all 3 of these movies, and definitely check out Thor Ragnarok if you can. I know it's already really popular. Like, the theater was completely full when I went, but please go check it out if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share. I'd really appreciate it if you did. And as always, have a great day. Peace out.